Hello, everybody. Welcome on into some baseball here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. I'm Sean, streaming 5 nights a week. MLB 11, the show on the PlayStation 2. We have 4 games for you today as we're back onto our regularly scheduled schedule. We have the Giants taking on the Orioles. The Marlins are visiting the Yankees. The Braves are taking on the Rays, and the Angels are playing against the Phillies. We have a lot of games that are in kind of that top half of the day, so we'll have a lot of schedule or scores to keep up on or catch up on later in the afternoon. But everything's, well, actually, 3 of the games are wheel spins, and I thought that Marlins Yankees is interesting because both teams are playing well. So let's jump into our first game here, which is the Giants taking on the Orioles. Both teams kind of out of it in their division, but maybe they can provide us a good game to get things started. Who knows? Welcome on in. Happy Thursday. Happy New Year's to those of you out there. I guess everybody theoretically would be celebrating a new year. Or maybe you're, maybe you're like me and you're like, you know what, it's just another day. People say Happy New Year to you at the store and you're like, Happy New Year. The Orioles had the number 2 strikeouts in the league and stolen bases 18, good for number 3 for the Giants. Well, welcome on into Baltimore. Giants are 16-28. Baltimore is 20-25. I did not check. Oh, did it show? Yeah, San Francisco continues to be hovering around 500 on the road, but they are just god-awful at home, which is just so weird. Here's your starting lineup for the San Francisco Giants. Russell Martin is the catcher. Mitch Moreland at first. Carl Crawford in left. Ryan Zimmerman at third base. Nate McLaughlin center. Mark Ellis at second. Chris D'Onofrio in right field. Edgar Renteria is the shortstop. Wilson Ramos is the designated hitter. Seen Carl Crawford make some nice catches out there in left field throughout the season. It's May 25th in game. We have a little over a month left of the season. It's probably closer to a month and a half-ish of the season remaining. Ubaldo Jimenez is 4-4 with a 3.86 ERA, 9 games with 23.1 innings pitched, 26, 11, and 22 hits, walks, and strikeouts. Not a terrible number. 27 strikeouts to 32 or 37 walks and hits combined. Not awful. There's your Baltimore Orioles defensive lineup, and we'll get started with the New York Yankee, Russell Martin, as we are ready to get underway for game number 1. The righty winds and fires. It is in for a strike, okay. Looked like it may have been a touch inside, but must have drifted in after it got past the plate. Umpire calls it a strike. That part of the zone has been weird for a little bit now. A couple of days. Which seems a little like a weird thing to say, but maybe the game is breaking. It's falling apart as we work our way through the season. The umpires are losing sense of the zone. It's 0-2 after the swing and miss. That is upstairs for a ball. One and 2. It's hit foul. Slices into the stands. It'll stay 1-2. Orange versus orange today. Didn't really take that into account. Swung on and missed. Went back to that high inside corner and gets the swing and the miss. That'll be a strikeout. It's way out of the zone, too. 99 miles an hour on the four-seam fastball late. 2 blowouts in the college football playoff today. Ole Miss leads by 5 right now over Georgia, though the Bulldogs are driving. Up steps Mitch Moreland from the left side. Sounded like a strike on the inside part of the plate. 0-1. That is low for a ball. Most likely we'll get some information about MLB The Show 26 later this month, towards the very end of the month, I would guess. Actually, I could probably look up when that stuff has happened. That is swung on and missed. Makes it 1 and 2, excuse me. I forgot about the ball. That was in there. I'm just going to look at my own channel here for just a second. MLB The Show 25. That's an unhelpful thing because it pulls up 190,000 videos. And gets him on the low outside corner for strike 3. It is a called strike 3. And that will set him down for out number 2. Where is it? Where is it? Egg hunting. Keep going. There it is. That is foul up the first base line. What do we see? Trailer reaction? To the show, fielding update. Cover prediction and reaction. That was 11 months ago. It's like it posted January 28th. So if we were to take that, because I think I recorded it and posted it the same day, so that'd be probably the 27th. That's outside for a ball. It's only a few weeks or so. We're going to get probably the annoying thing where they announce the cover athletes and then a week later show the release date. If you just do that all at once, that'd be really nice. I keep thinking about it as I'm looking at like all the scheduling stuff for this year, and I'm like, my entire content schedule is based on the release date of one game. That is hit well out towards center field, or left center field. Center fielder runs over, makes the grab, and that will retire the side. We'll introduce you to the Baltimore Orioles lineup here in just a moment. So we head to the home half of the first. Oh, is it our guy? Is it our guy? That's right, it's John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Taking on. He is the designated hitter, Luis Castillo. Not that Luis Castillo. At second base, Evan Longoria at third, Rick Ankiel in left, Derek Lee at first, Corey Hart. I lost it. I'm trying to fix cards on top of discs, on top of nothing. Corey Hart at right field, Miguel Montero at the catching position, Asdrubal Cabrera is the shortstop, and Trevor Crow in center field. Here's your starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants. Ooh, pretty close. Brandon Morrow is 3-4 with a 3.68 ERA. 8 games, 22 innings, 26, 16, and 19 hits, walks, and strikeouts. A lot of walks. Strikeout numbers are pretty decent. The hits, I think, are okay at least. I think you would really like to cut down those walks. That's a lot of them. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt will lead things off here for the Baltimore Orioles. Shakes his head. Readies and winds. Fires that low for a ball. Don't shake off your catcher, folks. They know better than you do. That is in for a strike. One and one the count. Swung under it. Nice location there. He had just a good ride through the zone there. Never really dropped the way the batter, I think, was anticipating it. Dropping. 1 and 2 the count now. Here's the pitch. That stays way upstairs for a ball. 2 and 2 now. Fouled away. That'll keep the count at 2 and 2. Good at bat here. 5-pitch at bat for the leadoff hitter. Not the most common occurrence. That'll be rolled right back up the middle. They gave the pitcher that swing animation, where the arm swings back and tries to grab it, but looked like it was a little bit late. Shocking this game, not particularly smooth. But it'll be a leadoff single here for the Orioles. It'll bring up Luis Castillo. Not that Luis Castillo. The pitcher, not the pitcher for the Mariners. Different guy. He'll bat with nobody out and a runner on first. Ooh, thought about it, but a good job to hold back on the swing. Pitch pretty far outside to make it 1-0. Now you're going to put the runner in motion, swung on, missed. He's going to be safe. One of the slower catches out there at second base. It's just there's a hold right at the chest before he drops to apply the tag. That's not your fault, catcher. Actually, a pretty good throw. I mean, you got him right here. Just drop it a little sooner. Everything that's wrong with the game was kind of in that one little... Oh, boy, that is going to be popped. Oh, what a dive! What an unnecessary dive! Shout out to the theatrics of that catcher. I guess they were trying to advance the runner over to third. Instead, we got a sweet play from the catcher. Hell yeah. We salute you for your sacrifice. Just diving all out for it. Woo! Big swing and pulls it foul. Oh, that pitch is going to get by him all the way to the backstop. Good aggression from second. Going to put a runner in scoring position for the Orioles with just one gone. Hasn't been the friend of some of the teams that we've seen. Oh no, it's going to get away all the way to the backstop. Runner will hold at third. Maybe that's... I think that's probably the right call. I wonder if the... We probably can't take a look at the replay. Oh, we can. So, does the pitcher come down to cover? That's my only question. So it's going to get by him. Bam. And the pitcher does come back to cover. Okay. I think maybe you'd want to try to force a little action there, but also why in the world would you want out number 2 to be at home plate? That's inside. I guess it would maybe depend on how much speed you have. Okay, so apparently you just paused the video? That is low for a ball, and he will take the base. Runners on first and third. Not the worst thing in the world for the Giants. They still have the double play in order. I always say that and immediately remind you that this game is not good at double play, so that's kind of a tough spot to be in. But it's a decent spot to be in, at least. Here's the pitch. It's in for a strike. I mean, I guess if you can roll him up for 2, sacrifice fly would probably be good. I think a strikeout may be the best option in that last scenario. With 1 out. The 1 out on the diving catch for off the bunt. That is hit up the first base side. It gets past the first baseman. The runner will hit second as the first run scores. Everybody's safe. It'll still be runners at the corners with 1 out. First baseman kind of froze there. Didn't really seem to know what to do. Then he puts his hands up like, throw it to me. Pick me. Yo, coach, I'm ready to go. Derek Lee steps into the box. Good opportunity to put a little more insurance on the board. And he'll take a pitch outside for a ball. Nice take there. That is hit out towards right field. Right fielder comes into right center, takes a running charge at it. The runner is going to tag at third. The throw is in, but they don't throw it home. The cutoff man really threw everybody for a loop, including me. The the game's not smooth enough to really make that relay throw feel like it's going to matter, but at the same time, like, you still have to throw it. Corey Hart is batting next. Runner on first. 2 gone in a 2-0 game now. Nice sacrifice fly. I mean, it was a nice, easy, relatively stress-free run scoring situation. That is high and outside. That is, right at the knees for a strike. Thought that might have been a touch low, but umpire gives him the call, and it will make it a count by the 1-2. It's a 1-2 count. Did not know. I lost track. I lost track immediately. That one sails outside for a ball. Oh my gosh, Sean. Why? You can't be flipping your... I took my eyes off my phone, and I crashed it into the desk. I went to reach for it, and it just slipped out of my buttery little fingers. Here comes the 2-2. They put the runner in motion. It's a ball outside, and he is out by a country mile. Can you please? So the Baltimore Orioles score 2 on 2 hits, and they will have that same batter will be up the next time they come around. What was any of that? Have you ever commentated a game ever? Ryan Zimmerman is stepping up to bat. Righty to the plate, and they'll take that for a strike on the outside. I don't think that's a bad take at all. That'll be a ball. Okay, nothing new demo-wise. Always good to check. You know what would be helpful is if oh, look. I cleared off some of my table the other day. Here comes the 1-1. That is low and outside for a ball. Makes it 2-1. That is inside for a ball. That's going to make it 3-1. Nice patient at bat. I don't think he's taking the bat off his shoulder. It was a nice strike on the outside, then 3 straight balls. Yeah, he did that bat staying right there. See what it does here. Batters really like swinging on 3-1. He will take the strike up top for strike 2. Fills up the count. 3-2. That is going to be right to the third baseman. I like the at-bat there. Jammed him a little bit on the inside. Couldn't get a good piece or a good swing on it. Couldn't get the barrel, I guess, to the barrel to the ball. If you could just try to get it, like, just pull it a little bit more. Maybe try to keep it foul or get it past the third baseman. Or just kind of hope that even though you hit it right to him, that he bobbles it. Maybe gives you enough of a chance to get up the line. But it's 1 out for the Giants. Bring up a lefty here. Oh and 1. And that'll go foul. Just drifts foul. Makes it 0 and 2. That is outside for a ball. One and 2. Here's the wind and the pitch. That stays way upstairs. As difficult as it might be to admit, that might have gotten me. 2-2. That will get the outside corner for a strike. He hits his helmet like it was his fault. I mean, it's just a good pitch. It's right there in the low corner there. It's a slider at 86 miles an hour, 7 inches of break. It's just a well-located pitch. I don't think there's anything to be too upset about. You think it's going to be a ball the whole way. It breaks inside at the last possible moment. You didn't really get fooled on the pitch before. That is fouled away. That's inside for a strike. Here comes the 0-2. Oh boy, got the swing, but able to stay alive. That was a nice break for the San Francisco Giants there. And swung on and missed. So that will retire the side. San Francisco down 2-0. We'll head to the home half of the second. Hart, Montero, and Cabrera. Hart was in the middle of an at-bat when that runner got thrown out, so he's still up. Orioles there were 1 for 2 with the stolen base attempts. Neither of them were particularly good. Just kind of got the lucky break of the game on that first one. Righty is ready. That is hit right to the third baseman. Nice play there at the hot corner. Swung on and missed for a strike. Makes it 0-1. That just get the knees. I don't know about that one. Thought it might have been a touch low, but I'm not a 2011 digital umpire. It's 0-2. San Francisco really could use a clean inning here. And that's a good start. They get Hart out. They get the strikeout there. Quickly 2 away. That's a pitch that's so bad it's good. 96 miles an hour on a 4-seam fastball. As Quadruple Cabrera, potentially the last at-bat for the Orioles here. San Francisco looking for a bloop and a blast in the top of the third. They're going to get a break there. There are not a lot of appeals either first or third base side. That time he does go around. Typically they're good, but the rare strike call there on the check swing appeal. 0-1. That'll be in for a strike. That one got that low outside corner. That is low for a ball. One and two. Readies, winds, fires. Swung on and missed. So it'll be a 1-2-3 inning for the Orioles. San Francisco stays down 2-0. They need a bloop and a blast from D'Onofrio, Renteria, and or Ramos. Tie this game up. Send it to the home half of the third. Otherwise, could be a quick one here in Baltimore. Chris D'Onofrio It's 324 average, 4 RBI. No home runs, so maybe a good guy to just kind of get on base. See what Jimenez has here. He has a hit right up the middle to center field. Okay. Single gets things started here for the Giants at the top of the third, their first hit of the day. That'll bring up Edgar Renteria. No home runs, 7 RBI. Does have a stolen base with that 280 average. That is inside for a ball. Readies, winds, fires on outside. Two and 0. That is low for ball 3. The Orioles pitcher Jimenez has looked good here through the first couple of innings, but having trouble here on the top of the third. It's a 3-0 count. There's nobody out. A runner on first. And that is a strike. That's a hands-off controller. Just let it go. Can't go swinging at that. Here comes the 3-1. The batter is going to put this into right field. It is not going to have enough. Doesn't even get to the warning track, so it'll be out number 1 as the throw is in. Keep that runner at bay at first base. Wilson Ramos, he's batting under 200 at 187. Couple RBI zeros in the other two categories. Next opportunity here for San Francisco. That is in for a strike. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1, swung on and missed. 0-2. That was a hero swing if I've ever seen one. That is low for a ball. Don't know if I love that pitch. Just go for it. 0-2. I mean, I guess worst case scenario, the game's tied, but you can see it a lot, especially when I play the MLB The Show games. I really like the aggressive style of just like, we are just throwing strikes. That's what's going to happen. We're going for it, baby. Season starts March 27th. Get excited. March 26th. I can never remember. It's the 26th. Season starts March 26th. Maybe we watch the first game March 25th, but we gotta try. Well, I will do my best to get accurate rosters this year. 3-2, full count. Swung on, pulled foul. So another payoff pitch upcoming. Here comes the 3-2. It's inside for ball 4. That'll put runners on first and second. Well, it puts the tying run at first and the go-ahead run coming to the plate. Russell Martin has the lineup flips over. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Pitcher nods in approval of the pitch the catcher wants. Martin takes a strike on the inside. 0-1. That is going to be hit out towards center. Should score a run pretty easily. It's going to advance the tying run to third, and that will Making runners at the corners with still just one gone. They are still set up for a double play. Left that really over the plate. Martin probably wanting that pitch back to try and get it a little squarer, but I think he'll take the RBI. Put that tying run at third. No problem. Not no problem. Yeah, no problem. No problem. That's what we're gonna set and settle on that. No problem. That is going to roll over to the second baseman. Underhand toss. Back over to first. Not in time! It's not in time. San Francisco ties the game. They were half a step away from losing this matchup. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at the replay. My controller's really acting up today. I meant to actually look at that the other day. That's what I forgot to look at the game store. I mean, he's safe. Wow. Nice hustle up the line there. How'd you end up so far behind, Stream? Nice. It's actually not that bad. Never mind. That is inside. Oops. Oops. Oh my goodness. Stop clicking buttons. 1-0. 2 gone here in the top of the third with a runner on first. That's in for a strike. Just when I thought we had a quick, easy game, San Francisco comes through. I think with that runner's speed, the fact that he was able to get up the first baseline so quickly, I think if you punch this out toward the gap, I think you probably try to send him home to take the lead, right? Yeah, especially with 2 outs. Be aggressive. It's in for a strike. Two and two. Oh, he wants that one back. And it wasn't like it was center cut or anything, but I think you want to try and get on that curveball. It's a little more toward the outside, admittedly. Here comes the 2-2. That's inside for a ball. 3-2. Can San Francisco work another walk here? Oh, a swing and a miss. Got him with the curveball on the outside. Just pulled the string. He went double curveball in that at-bat. Both of them on the outside part of the plate. First one was fouled off, but the second one he could not get to. It's 2-2 heading to the home half of the third. Both teams with 2 hits. Trevor Crow. He's batting .333. Was it zeros in all the other columns, though? It was. No home runs, stolen bases, or RBI. And he'll take a strike for pitch as pitch number 1. That is hit well out towards right field. It's not going to be enough because the right fielder has the grab, and that will be 1 away. Almost a loud start to the inning. It'll be John Jacob Jingleheimer-Schmidt, 1 for 1 with a single and a stolen base. He came around to score. So we take a peek at the score here. 21-12 now. Georgia over Ole Miss. Getting ready to head to halftime. That plunks him. John Jacob Jingleheimer-Schmidt is heading to first base. Winning run now in scoring position. That wasn't even close to the strike zone. Holy moly. Luis Castillo. No, not that Luis Castillo. He's a pitcher for the Mariners. Don't you know? That is in for a strike. Nice pitch on the inside. Looked like it was going to sail in a little bit more, but just was able to straighten out enough and clip that inside edge. 0-1. 1 gone. Why did I think the runner was on second base? I apologize. There's only one runner on. I'm so sorry. I forgot that it was an out, not a hit. So the winning run is on first base. Don't worry, I'll retire after the stream. They're going to put him in motion. He is out. Oh my god. The steals are so bad in this game. I've done this to myself. They put the winning run on via a hit by pitch, and it's just a bad steal. He is tucking his legs so far in. Stretch out. Stretch Armstrong. Goodness gracious. So bad. Okay, so now the runners are non-existent, so that's always fun for us. And we'll, I'd assume, more than likely head to... Yep, we will head to extras here as they are going to try. That is an out. So the pitching falters. The pitching fails Baltimore in the top half of the third. The offense fails Baltimore in the bottom half of the third. So we will head to the top of the fourth. And he will chop that one to second, but it's bobbled. It's not going to be enough, though. Just gets him. That's maybe the best place. Defensively, that's the best place for a bobble, is that second baseman when he's a couple steps toward that first base line. If he bobbles it, most of the time it's still going to end up as an out. But the further away, the closer like you get to second and like beyond, it's going to, the percentage chances just increase astronomically as you start working around the diamond of a bobble. Is it going to result in an out or a safe call? That pitch stays upstairs and misses the zone for a ball. 1-0. That'd actually be kind of an interesting chart to make if you took like a 45-degree angle shot and just kind of went like probably out and then just kind of like safe, way safe, super safe, mega safe. The righty winds and fires. It's way outside for a ball. That is foul at the first base line. 2-2. There's one gone here on the top of the fourth. The righty readies and gets the strike called. It's another called strike three. They will go to the bullpen to bring in the righty. It'll be Aaron Hellman. Aaron Heilman? I didn't even get it from the announcer. 12 games, 1-0, 1 save, 2.03 ERA, 13.1 innings pitched, 3-17. That seems wrong. Nope, it was right. 3 walks to 17 strikeouts. Those are some of the numbers you're looking for right there. That's what you want to see out of a pitcher. Now, granted, we do get the hits number, so that does kind of really mess with the ratio. The relievers get the benefit of us not knowing how many hits they give up. We just have kind of their ERA and the strikeouts. So they get the advantage of me going, wow, what a good pitcher. Cool. So cool. That's low for a ball. Here comes the 1-1. 2 gone. That is going to be smacked out to right field. That's a nice play by the right fielder. If he misses that, it's going to get to disaster territory. So I like him playing it on the hop. Limit the damage. It's going to be a hit. Don't make it worse. You're working with 2 outs. Good play by the right fielder. Nice hit, though. Nice job by San Francisco to get something going offensively. As their third hit of the game. Orioles had 2 in the first inning. They haven't done anything since. San Francisco had nothing in the first 2 innings, and they've been able to put some knocks on the board. That is a safe. I would have actually been mad if that was an out. I would have genuinely been upset. That was such a bad throw. There's no way the game should reward the bad throw. Now, it punishes good throws sometimes. And it does give us that animation where, you know, you see the dive by the infield, which you're like, wow, what a great play. The difference in what a good play and me losing my mind is the fact that he caught it and was in the diving animation immediately. So, San Francisco catches maybe a little bit of a break. Either way, the go-ahead run is on second base. Steal attempts are 2 for 4 total in the game. San Francisco's 1 for 1. Baltimore 1 for 3. That is an out at the hot corner. That could have given San Francisco the lead. I think they would have probably sent him around, but it's a nice hit, or it's nice contact. You're hitting it right to him, hoping that some kind of fumble or funk with it. That'll bring up Evan Longoria. He had a walk, came around to score. They need him here. The righty winds and fires. That's fouled away. Lands on an invisible wall. Ooh. That is rolled over to the shortstop. Scooped up cleanly and fired over to first in time for out number 1. I jinxed myself when I said... Actually, I don't think I jinxed myself. I mean, either way, we're here at extras. And it's one of these games where the teams just can't get any sort of consistency going offensively. That's fouled away. Maybe Baltimore needs another foul ball for an out. Or a bunt. Failed bunt for an out. That's what I'm trying to say. Because that was... before they scored the 2 runs they scored in this game, they had a bad out. It's 1-1 with 1 gone. That is outside. Here comes the 2-1. It's low for a ball. Here comes the 3-1. Swung on and missed. Fill up the count. Here comes the payoff pitch. One swing can send these Baltimore fans home happy. Here's the pitch. It's low, and that'll put him on with... I'm going to put him on first with 1 gone. We'll see if they send him in motion. Seen a bunch of steal attempts in this game. Forget which team it was. Baltimore? No, I think it was San Francisco that has a lot of steal attempts, and Baltimore has a lot of strikeouts. Pitching strikeouts. See what they want to do. They will put that up the first baseline, but foul. Ever so slightly foul. It feels like that is one of the hardest calls to make, is to determine if they're going to go fair or foul on that, because it just happens so quickly. That's a strike on the outside, so a couple of close plays for this batter. It's 0-2 quickly with the game-winning run on first. That one stays way upstairs. It's a good take by the batter. Sometimes they throw those curveballs that are so bad they accidentally end up being good. So good for him to just take it up top. That's outside for a ball. Here comes the 2-2. That is hit into left field, but Carl Crawford, who I mentioned earlier, has made some nice plays out in left field. He makes a nice play out in left field. They're going to bring in a new pitcher. It'll be Paul Mahome. Oh gosh, please don't do that. He has 10 games, a 4-3 record, 1 save, 5.25 ERA, 24 innings pitched, 12-11 walks and strikeouts. See, they get the benefit when it's real good, but when it looks kind of more like 50-50, like, oh, I don't know about that. 12-11. See what he does here with a runner on first and a couple gone. It's a foul ball on pitch number 1. And that's outside as well. 2-0. Here comes the 1-1, swung on and missed. I said 2-0 and it's 1-1. My bad. My B. It's now 1-2. That is just outside. Looked like that was a slider that he was trying to get to break just in over the outside corner, but that one stays high and outside. It's ball 2. 2-2 with 2 outs in a 2-2 game in the bottom of the 4th. That is crushed foul. Oh, sorry. That ball's foul. We were early on the call. We were real early on that. So the lefty ready to throw another 2-2 pitch. That one stays upstairs. He really has that flip. Three and 2. Here's the payoff pitch. They put the runner in motion. He gets a little too under it. That'll be out to left field. It'll be Carl Crawford waving everybody off and making the catch. It's out number 3. We're heading to the top of the 5th. San Francisco and Baltimore tied at 2. Renteria, Ramos, and Martin coming up. Great. An extra innings game where we just don't get anything happening. It is down to a bullpen game, though, which is kind of what you want in these 3-inning matchups, as that is in the left field for a single. He's going to think about making the big turn at first, but turns back, which is a smart call. I think ideally you would want, in my head, ideally you would want the starting pitcher to make it maybe an inning and a half, maybe an inning or like 2 innings tops, and then we're into the bullpen. And then theoretically, ideally, there's someone who's really bad in the bullpen and they give up a bunch of runs and then the game's over. But this game hates me, so what are we going to do? That is low for a ball, 1-0. Swung on and missed. That was a good pitch to hit. Just gets it past him, and it's 1-1. It is indeed 1-1. That's low for a ball. 2-1. Here comes the 2-1. Fouled away. That is outside. Fills up the count. Payoff pitch on the way. That is rolled foul. That's a big break for San Francisco. I think that's probably going to end up being a double play. Another payoff pitch incoming. He left that one. Looked like he left that a little too much over the plate, but pulls it foul, and we'll do another payoff pitch. Nobody out with a runner on first here in the top of the fifth. A 2-2 tie game. That one's rolled up the third baseline for the third straight time. Just looking for that put-away pitch, looking to get something that he swings and misses at. Here he comes with it, and he does get the swing and the miss. That pitch was a little more lower, a little more inside. And that will do it for his at-bat. One away. That was very much going to be a ball. That was a hitter that was in an auto swing mode mentality there. Russell Martin for the third time today. He's 1 for 2. Had the single and a run, I believe. See if he can work any magic here with one out. He will not be able to. Got way under that, popped sky high to first base. And that will be out number 2. Mitch Moreland 0 for 2. He has an RBI and a strikeout. He'll take a ball outside. Just barely, but still a ball. That's fouled away as well. That is low for a ball. 2-1. Runner on first. Haven't been able to do anything with him. He was a nice leadoff hit for the Giants here on the top of the fifth. It's been a strikeout after a long at-bat and a terrible pop-up. And there's a big swing at a pitch that wasn't going to come down in the zone if it came down at all. Count is full. Winds and fires. It's going to be lifted out to left, shallow left. See if they want to send him around third. They will not. It's a smart call. Throw maybe a touch up the line, but I still think he's probably going to be able to swing around to get him before scoring the run. Carl Crawford has made some nice catches out in left field. Let's see if he can come through from the left-hand side of the plate today. 0 for 2 in this one. Go-ahead run at third. Gonna have to work this magic with 2 outs. He will have a nice take on a pitch well outside the zone. 1-0. That is low for a ball. Righty readies. Winds and fires the 2-0. That stays up high. Good take by Crawford to make it 3-0. Got to be a hands off the controller moment here. If he misses, you walk the bases loaded. And that's what he does. Just high. Sometimes that zone expands a little weirdly, and sometimes the top of the zone just in general can be a little finicky. But he will indeed walk the bases loaded on 4 pitches. So San Francisco with an incredible opportunity here for Ryan Zimmerman. He's 0 for 2 today. He averages a 308, 7 home runs. Let's see what he can do here. The bag's packed. He is going to ground out. Okay, great. This game hates me. This game hates me. It's a 1-pitch, 1-swing outs. With the bases loaded, is he even a good pitch location? It's not terrible, but he just drives it into the ground. San Francisco out hitting Baltimore 5-2 now. Zimmerman crushes the Dreams. It'll be up to Montero to get things going here for the Orioles in the bottom half of the 5th. I don't know who was more upset about that. Me, the commentator, or the game, just players in general. Holy moly. Anything going here. That's inside. Orioles have not had a hit since the first inning, by the way. They have been stuck at 2 hits. They scored 2 runs on 2 hits. They had a steal attempt thrown out for out number 3 in the first inning, and they have done nothing since. That's in for a strike. That's fouled away. One and two. And thought about it. He went. Second time that we've seen the appeal. Both times he is called the strike, so that'll be out number 1. Asdrubal Cabrera is going to step up. See if he can do anything. Lefty winds and fires. That is swung on and missed. Oh and 1. Lefty winds and fires. That is a pitch that's kind of so bad it's good that makes it 0-2. It's right over the heart of the plate, but if you're the batter, you're either not looking for that pitch or you're not able to adjust to something that looks like it's going to be a ball for so long and then just breaks too much over the plate. And that time got a little under it. Tommy, you've heard that before. He'll hit first base before the ball hits the glove, but it is out number 2. That'll be hit into left field, so we have the first hit for Baltimore. Since the first inning, they're going to try and push their luck at second. He will be saved somehow. Ow. What is... Ow. Headphones. Why are you pulling my hair, please? Stop. He should have been out. We're just going to throw that out there. That was such a weird... We're going to take a look at the replay just to show... like how funky this was. This right stick. Stop moving. Thank you. What do we circle? I don't know why he doesn't make the tag. He actually might not be as out as I thought he would be. Maybe. Okay, it's not that bad. Never mind. As looking at the replay. That's a John Jay. Give Jingleheimer Schmidt back up. Winning runs at second, but they have to do it with 2 outs. It's a lefty-lefty matchup here. They'll take a ball inside, 1-0. Lefty fires low for a ball. Two and 0. 2 outs. Winning run on second. He will put that into left field. That is going to do it. Baltimore wins 3-2. San Francisco with a big missed opportunity with the bases loaded. He was clearly at second, but the game has him at first. Whatever. Should be an RBI double. And that will do it from Baltimore. 3-2. We went extras in this one. As John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt is 2 for 2 in RBI, 2 singles. There's no way you call that a single. That's a double. Aaron Hellman, he improves to 2-0. Paul Holm falls to 4-4. No home runs. Pardon me, in the game. We will get ready to head to our next game, which I believe is in New York. And it did that stupid thing again, didn't it? Yep. God dang it. I don't understand. Cool. I love you, YouTube live stats. You pieces of crap. It is going to be Yankees, Marlins. 2 teams just performing well, so I figured I would show this game off. Yankees make sense. They've been one of the better examples of teams that's, you know, their rankings overall make sense with their record. Florida, kind of a good example on the other side. They seem like they're outperforming their 23rd overall ranking, especially with that 24th and 27th batting and defense. Pitching in the top 10, I'm sure, makes that quite helpful. We're ready here for game number 2. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up on the video. If you're enjoying it, helps the channel. Free and easy way to help the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And if you want more, you can ring the bell to be notified. Well, welcome on into Yankee Stadium. It is the Florida Marlins, who are 26-18, taking on the Yankees, who are 27-16. Florida Marlins will be chasing down the Philadelphia Phillies, who I believe we see later today. So that could be an interesting kind of A to B situation. Like if the Florida Marlins win, and then the Philadelphia Phillies lose, that starts to get a little bit tighter. Florida has Muhammad Haney at center field. He'll be leading off. Paul Konerko at first. Alex Rodriguez at third. Pat Burrell is in left. Todd Helton is the DH. Must be a left-handed starting pitcher for the New York Yankees. Otherwise, Helton's usually in the 2 spot. Chris Iannetta is in center field. Orlando Cabrera is the shortstop. Garrett Jones in right field. Danny Espinosa at second. Joe Saunders, the lefty, is 5-3 with a 2.31 ERA, 8 games, 23.1 innings pitched, 23 hits, 8 walks, 11 strikeouts. I'm always thinking about 7. Every time I see 11, I go, 7-Eleven? Hot dogs? We getting some chili cheese dogs from the 7-Eleven? Muhammad Haney is going to lead things off, the Invisible Man, just because he doesn't have a photo. I guess you could give that to anybody who doesn't have a photo. Christian Liu, I called the Invisible Man the other day as well. That is going to be hit right up the middle, but a nice stop by the shortstop. Beats him by a couple of steps. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out, and just like that, Paul Konerko's up. And is why this Florida Marlins team has been just so kind of like head tilting, even frustrating at times. Alex Rodriguez has been batting in the 3 spot, I think, every single match, or every single time we've seen them. And he has like a really high batting average, or a good batting average, and then just no real RBIs or home runs to speak of. The home runs are on him, but the RBIs could go up if he had batters in front of him who are actually getting on. Lefty fires. That one is hit foul.
Foul ball.
0-2. 1 away. Lefty is going to get him to swing under that one and pop it up towards second base. Who has it? Shortstop ends up grabbing it. He was calling people off, but still like a few steps off to his right. Yeah, off to the right. And then was like, okay, don't worry, I'll step closer to second base. Whatever. A-Rod's up next. At least he has double-digit RBIs. That is a strike. Does he have a home run? 6. Okay. 6 home runs, 12 RBI. It would help if people got on base in front of him, but whatever. That's swung on and missed. Oh and 2. The lefty winds and fires. That's going to be rolled over, and it's going to be... I don't think that's really much of a misplay. He tried to get there. It was going to be a tough play. So I can't imagine that'd be an error. That's got to be a hit for A-Rod. He says he's completely comfortable with not being in the Hall of Fame. Cool, man. You don't have to be. I'm okay with you not being in the Hall of Fame. More like you can go be in the Hall of F yourself. Go F yourself. Oh, and 1. 2 gone. Runner on first. That's on the outside edge for a strike. Maybe you would have been a super cool Mariner and I'd like you a lot more, but no, you had to go get paid in Texas. Boo. 0-2. That was a pitch that looked really bad and then actually ended up being pretty good. Stays 0-2. 2 gone. Runner on first. That's low for a ball. That misses as well. 2-2. That is hit, but out to left field. A little under it. Stays up in the air for a good long while before the catch is made. That'll retire the side. Florida gets 1 hit, but can't do anything with it as it is a 2-out knock. Let's introduce you to the New York Yankees starting lineup right now. Scott Pasetnik is the designated hitter. The left-hander will lead off. Brandon Phillips is at second base. Prince Fielder at first. Jason Bay at left. Marlon Byrd in center. Casey Blake at third. Miguel Tejada is the shortstop. Cody Ross in right field. And Giovanni Soto is behind the dish. Starting pitcher for the Florida Marlins is Derek Holland, another lefty, 4-3 with a 3.70 ERA. 8 games, 24.1 innings pitched. I kind of froze there, but the game also took it away from me. How could you? 28, 10, and 21 hits, walks, and strikeouts. Not a bad ratio, 38 to 21. I guess it's not the worst. Scott Pasetnik's going to lead things off against the lefty. It is a majority right-handed Yankees lineup. Lefties in the 1 and 3 spot. It's a 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out here for both leadoff hitters. And the top and bottom of the first. Alex Rodriguez making a play at what would end up being his position in this very stadium. Or I guess was his position in this very stadium at this time. Was he? He was a Yankee. Did he win? He must have. Would he have won the World Series in 09? Probably. Alex Rodriguez. The Yankees from 2004 to 2013. 2015, 2016. Interesting. His career is just a little earlier than I always think it is. I always put him at like 96 to like 02 for Seattle. Like I just like a year or two later. But then you'd remember that he's not on the 0-1 team, so. Be interesting to see. I don't know if they'll celebrate that this year. I don't know if they've announced anything, but Seattle could, if they wanted to, they could celebrate the 25th anniversary of the 116-win 2001 team. That's upstairs for a ball. But I think maybe a number retirement would take precedent over that. I guess the best day to celebrate it if you were at home would be the day that they picked up win number 116. But I guess would that be too late in the season where like actually it could actually be important games? Do you want to interrupt that, or do you want to push the celebratory stuff more to the beginning to middle of season? That's fouled away. So here comes the 1-2. One gone. He's going to roll that over to third base. The third baseman will fire to second in time, and Prince Fielder does leg it out up the first baseline. I actually wasn't sure that they were going to get him at second. It was kind of a slow roller. And Alex Rodriguez did not charge that ball. It does help, obviously, that it's a force out, but maybe if he takes a step or two in, if he gets a good break on it, he could try, but either way, they get one. This game does tend to punish defenses that can't pick up double plays, even though it's the reason that the teams don't pick up double plays. The frames absolutely fall apart as he goes tumbling in the corner. It's going to play to run, and it's going to end up being a triple in the short porch in right field at Yankee Stadium. My goodness. Right on cue. They weren't able to turn the double play. This game punishes teams who cannot do that. And immediately a run scores all the way from first, and it's Prince Fielder. I think that's why we go back to the previous game. There was a hit out to right field as the pitcher fields this one. Kind of a weird. He was like hopping to. He almost tagged the guy out with the ball in his hand before he threw it up the line. That was weird. Yankees get 2 hits. They score 1 run. It's 1-0. Yankees. Todd Helton batting .275. No home runs, 6 RBI on the season. We saw a play in the last game where the right fielder made sure to play it on a hop. But he must not have gotten a very good break on it in right field, or just took a bad path. Kind of didn't really have much of an option except for to lunge for it. But with that, it gave up the extra 90 feet pretty easily, because that's one where it's trailing away. There's sometimes where they make the tumble, but it's going towards the center fielder. So at least there's another guy in the area to try and help. That one, he was on his own and did not end well for him. Helton grounds out to first base, and that'll be out number 1 for the Marlins here in the top of the second. Chris Iannetta steps up. The lefty winds and fires. That's in for a ball. That is in for a ball. Oops, cancel. Two and 0 with just 1 gone here. 1-0 Yankees in the top of the second. That's in for a strike. Just gets that high inside corner. Here comes the 2-1. It is low, fouled away. Foul. 2-2. Lefty. Fires. It's over to third and to first in time. Fielders had to make a couple of weird plays in this inning already. He's had to kind of field some funky throws. But it's all good when you're getting the outs. Orlando Cabrera has a 5-game hitting streak, which is pretty impressive in just 3-inning games. We also don't get to look at the other games as far as their, like, box scores, so we don't ever know how long those games are, so maybe it's less impressive. But theoretically, if it goes according to plan, a 5-game hit streak would be you get one shot at getting a hit. It's 0-1. 2 away. That is foul up the first base line. 0-2. And swung on and missed. Got him chasing inside. Wasn't going to get much of it, but he got none of it. Blake, Tejada, and Ross coming up. Florida trails 1-0 here as we head to the home half. Shout out to Ross. It's Ross and the Phillies guy. Glode, I think, is his last name. They're so happy to be there. You'll love to see it. Just a couple dudes who were thrilled. That was one of the things that we pointed out during random rosters was like, hey, that guy's got a nice smile. Tried to bust it up the line, but it's another 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out. He'll be up. Miguel Tejada steps in, batting .269. The lefty winds and fires. That is hit well but foul. Sounded like it was pretty good off the bat, but it was a pretty low trajectory. It wasn't going to do a whole lot of damage. So he'll do it again, and he'll push it up that first base line again. First baseman makes a nice covering play and throws to the pitcher. Or a nice diving play, I should say. Flips it underhand to the pitcher on his way to first. And that is 2 outs. Some good stuff defensively here for the Marlins, who are looking to just keep this close. It's 1-0. Yankees might want one more insurance run. Though 2 wasn't enough in the previous game we saw with an AL East team. That ball stays outside. 1-0. Here comes the pitch. It is foul at the first base line. Here comes the 1-1. Outside for a ball. 2-1. Couple outs here in the bottom of the second. That is rolled over, and it's going to be the first baseman again, making a nice play. I like the bounce kind of slide. The back-to-back invisible men coming up for the Florida Marlins. Down 1-0, Jones, Espinoza, and Haney coming up. 18 RBI with just 2 home runs. That's a nice batting average as well, so maybe a guy that you would slide up in the lineup a little bit. But of course, maybe he thrives in that 8th spot. feel like there are a couple of guys that we have where it's like, man, we're played really well with him toward the top of the lineup, but then we'll slide, or toward the bottom of the lineup, but then we slide him up, and it just seems like we can't get into a good rhythm with him. That is grounded to the shortstop. Fires over to first. It's out number 1, Danny Espinoza. And missed for a ball. One and 0 with one gone. The lefty winds and fires. Swung on and missed. 1-1. That is hit. Ooh, it's a diving play by the first baseman. It's Prince Fielder. But just the timing was a little bit off. It kind of looked like it hit him in a weird spot and trickled away from him. We saw a couple nice plays by the first baseman for Florida, but Yankees not having quite as much luck over there. So that'll put the tying run aboard. Go ahead run now at home plate. And he takes a strike low and outside. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Here comes the 0-2 inside for a ball. 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. That is hit. It's going to be looped into right field. No. The right fielder is there. Is it Ross, the right fielder for New York? It is indeed. I recognize him because he has it's weird because he has a beard in the game but not in the photo. So 2 gone. Yankees looking for one more out. We saw the Florida Marlins defense punished for only being able to get 1 out at a time. Is the New York Yankees defense about to be punished for doing the same thing? Again, tying run at the first. Winning, or go-ahead run at the plate. Here comes the pitch from the lefty. It gets the outside for a strike. It's a nice pitch. Makes it 0-2. And shoot. Fouled away. Marlins down to their final strike, by the way. And they will take a pitch high. So 1-2 with 2 gone. As the sneezes showed up and started to attack me. Here comes the lefty. He'll hit that. Ooh, he dives over the top of it. Doesn't get out deep enough into left field. But twice now we've seen some diving efforts from the Yankees. Once up the first base line, once by the shortstop. Neither's been able to come up with a play. So the go-ahead run now at first. Tying run in scoring position. And this is a good guy to have there. 347 average for Alex Rodriguez. And he'll take a look at a ball down low. 1-0. I don't think either. I think the Prince Fielder might have been able to. He probably would have been able to get that out. I don't think the shortstop would have been. Oh my gosh! I don't think the shortstop would have been able to throw the runner out in time. So that dive not quite as bad of a break. However, even if you do dive, you at least make sure that the runner doesn't go past second base. He wasn't really going to anyway. So it's 3-0 to Alex Rodriguez, the lefty. Readies, winds, fires. He'll throw in a strike. Got to be a hands-off controller. Just let it go, baby. Jesus, take the wheel. So 3-1. Here comes the pitch. It is hit out towards right field. Doesn't have enough. It is not enough. And whew, that leaping little lunge got a little bit dicey. It's a nice play out there by Ross. As the pitcher takes a look at it, we must be looking at it up the first base line? Huh? I don't think that angle was correct. I don't think anybody's super worried about that, but also like, what the heck? Florida comes up just a little bit short as the helmet hits the wall. It's New York 1, Florida 0. Joe Saunders, your player of the game. 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 strikeout on the day. He improves to 6-3. Derek Holland falls to 4-4. No home runs in the game as the Yankees score in the bottom of the first, and that is it. Thought it might get past Ross's glove, but it does not. And with that, it is we have 2 games completed. Kind of needed that one, honestly, to be a little bit on the shorter side, and thankfully it was. That other one took a little longer than I assumed it would. All right, let's catch up on some scores. Whoa. View today's games. Okay, we're good. Nationals over the Blue Jays 1-0. That's good for the Yankees. They're able to push that lead out in the AL East a little bit. The White Sox beat the Pirates 3-0. We watched the Orioles defeat the Giants in extras. The Red Sox 3-0 winners over the Reds. 1-0 win for the Yankees over the Marlins. And then we have the Braves and the Rays coming up next. I'm pretty sure. We'll double check, though. Yes, it is. Good for me. The Braves are 10th as this 3-game series is ready to get underway. Oops. Change the thumbnail here real quick. And we will be underway. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for the video if you're enjoying it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let's have a good 2026, everybody. Welcome to Tropicana Field. The Trop, it'll be back in play this year as they got that roof all fixed and figured out. It's the Braves, who are 25-19, taking on the Tampa Bay Rays, who are 19-23. And we are ready for more baseball. Elvis Andrus leading things off, the shortstop for Atlanta. Gabby Sanchez at first, Josh Hamilton in left, Andrew Jones at center, Jeff Francoeur in right field, Howie Kendrick at second, Ross Gload. Hey, there's the guy I was just talking about. He's the designated hitter. Mark Tien at third, AJ Przinsky behind the dish. Here is your starting pitcher. It's Phil Koch, 4-3 with a 3.32 ERA. 8 games, 21.2 innings pitched, 19, 10, and 22. We'll be right back. Elvis Andrus is getting things let off for us. Left-handed pitcher. Oh, man. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 single. That's a nice change of pace for us. Quickly 1 on for Atlanta. Atlanta would be chasing down Florida. I forget that they're in the the NL East, excuse me. So we have an interesting thing here of Florida loses, so it gives Atlanta and Philadelphia a good chance to either catch up or extend the lead. They will check on the runner at first. He's back safe. As he always is, the pickoffs are never successful in this game. And that's like not an exaggeration. They have thrown over 100 times. It has to be 100 times at this point in this game. 0 successful pickoffs. We have more ejections than successful pickoffs, which is wild. We have like 5 ejections. It's awesome. Bring ejections back. I feel like that's a thing that they abandoned as soon as they went to the HD era. It would be a theoretical leftover feature here in the PS2 era. I think even in the MVP baseball games, the college baseball games specifically, you can hit like triangle a bunch, and if you overdo it, they'll toss you out. And because you act as the manager, safe, as like it gives you basically the manager role when you play now or whatever. You then don't get to make the decisions, which is kind of a fun little quirk and gimmick of like you don't get to call the new pitcher in or pinch run, pinch hit, all that good stuff. So hit right to the shortstop. That's a double play. Erases the leadoff hit. And it'll bring up Josh Hamilton. Apparently leads the NL in home runs with 9. Kind of believe that. That is rolled over to the second baseman. Fields it cleanly, and that is out number 3. So Atlanta gets off to a good start, but it's erased immediately. We'll introduce you to Tampa Bay here in just a moment. Franklin Gutierrez is the center fielder. He'll be leading off for Tampa Bay. Kelly Johnson at second, Jason Worth in right, Brad Hopp at first, David Murphy in left, Mike Morse is the designated hitter, Chris Johnson at third, Carlos Ruiz is the catcher, Jack Wilson, your shortstop. Aaron Cook is 1-5 with a 6.20 ERA, 8 games, 20.1 innings pitched, and no shot. 28, 9, and 11 hits, walks, and strikeouts. Franklin Gutierrez, 287 average, leads things off here for Tampa Bay. You say make him throw the pitch? What? Are you okay? Just going to look at it. We have 3 straight games here with NL East opponents. See if I can grab those records real quick without breaking too much. So, Florida 26-18. Atlanta's 25-19. And the Phillies are 28-16. So a win here for Atlanta would tie them with Florida with 26 wins, and they would both trail Philadelphia by 2 games. And if Philadelphia were to lose, that comes down a little bit. That'll be hit up the third baseline. It'll be fair. Does he take the big turn? At first he does, but thinks better of it as he respects what the left fielder could do. Man, that was a good throw. We've seen a couple of aggressive base runners try to take that extra 90 feet against a left fielder when they're running toward the foul line. And it's been meh successful. That is hit into left field. That's just going to be a base hit. Advances the lead runner to second. That was hit really hard out towards left field, so no opportunity there for him to get the extra 90 feet first to third. But a couple of hits for the Rays to start things off. It'll bring up Jason Worth. 4 home runs, 11 RBI. Hey, Happy New Year's to you as well. Good to see you. Swung on and missed. Oh, and 1. The righty readies. Lines and fires. Ooh, big swing and a miss. Looks like he kind of pulled the string there just a little bit. That's 0-2 now. 2 on, nobody out. That's way upstairs out of the zone. That'll make it 1-2. Good take by Worth. I've seen a couple of guys get in a little bit of an auto swing mode today, creating some funky swings that have contact to stay alive or just are flat strikeouts. There is one of those kind of funky swings to stay alive. Ball looked a little low. Would have made it 2-2, but instead it's just 1-2. 2 on here. That is hit well, and that is going to be a 3-run home run. You can see the trot from the players in the circle or in the bases. It is a 3-run blast for Jason Worth. 3 batters, 3 hits, 3 runs. Tampa Bay leads this one early. Wasn't a no-doubter, but might as well would have been. Hey, 420 majestic feet. As it misses all those catwalks up there. Brad Hopp, 3 home runs, 11 RBI. Let's see if this pitcher can settle down a little bit. We'll throw it in for a strike. 0-1. And that's outside to make it 1-1. 420, hell yeah. Good plays. That's fouled away. Here comes the right-hander's pitch. It is hit just in front of home plate. They almost got there. Almost a bad throw from the catcher. Oh boy, that was a little more of an adventure than I think any of us thought it would be. A little bit of a leap there from the first baseman. As the ball came in just a little oddly. Gets there in time, and it's 1 away. Finally for them, 1 away. That stays outside for a ball. 1-0. That's low for a ball as well. Pitcher shakes off his catcher, readies to fire the 2-0 pitch. It is, I don't know about that one. But it's 2-1 according to the umpire. Pitch wide. Ooh, boy. Where'd the zone go? What? It's 2-2, and I don't think both of them were strikes. That one's low. That ball makes it 3-2, so a payoff pitch upcoming. Start off this new year in an oven because I'm baked. Might be having a good start to the new year then. Mike Morse. Morse? Okay, we were right. Come on, John. Trust yourself a little bit. Mike Morse. That sounds like a slogan that would go on a t-shirt that you'd wear every year. I don't know what the design would be, or if it's just words on a shirt. That is low for a ball. That's... okay. Thought that might have gotten the top of the zone, but maybe the zone's just shifted down just a little bit. It's 3-0. Giants legend, okay. You did put LOL after that, so I'm not 100% sure if that's a positive or a negative. Chris Johnson with a 283 average, 1 home run, 8 RBI. Pitcher a little wild. It seems like he got those two kind of funky calls in the 2 at-bats ago or whatever it was. And it's almost like the game is trying to get those calls again, but he's not consistent enough to get them. That is going to be hit into left field. He does not make the big turn at second. Kind of a slower roller out there to left. Definitely got the batter to hit it into the ground, like roll over it a little bit more. And it looked like a very hittable pitch coming in, but maybe a little bit of a break there for the Braves, who have really struggled. They're already down 3-0. 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the first. That is out towards left center field, and it's going to be caught. Boy, he needed to come up with that or it was going to be some trouble. However, like we talked about with the run against the Yankees, or for the Yankees, that one was going away. This one was going towards the center fielder, so it probably would have only scored 1 run. Either way, they score 3 on the 3-run blast. And it'll be up to Andrew Jones to get things going here in the top of the second. That is in for a strike. Oh my gosh. The Clippers are off to a 16-0 lead over the Jazz. I was just going to look at the football score, but that was a weird thing to see. At a game where you just pack it up. You go, you know what? Jazz team, it's not our night. 1-1. That is crushed out to left, but right to the left fielder. Made some sweet steps as he came in to grab it. In 2014, Mike Morse hit a huge game-tying home run in the 8th in the NLCS. Oh, okay. There was equal chance that it was going to be that he won the World Series or bobble away a chance. I wasn't sure. When you threw the LOL, it really threw me for a loop. He's like the worst right fielder of all time. But good for Mike Morse, coming up big in the NLCS. That is a strike. Got that high outside corner, 1-1 now with 1 out. Swung on and missed. Here comes the 1-2. Way inside. Two and 2. That is going to be into foul territory. Is there enough room over there near the wall? There is. That'll put him away. 2 gone pretty quickly here for the Atlanta Braves. Howie Kendrick up next. 296 average. Couple home runs, 7 RBI on the season. Only there for 1 year. Oh, a legend. He really ain't a great... Oh, okay, gotcha. He just had a legendary hit. Oh, hey, he made his 1 year count. Good for him. Proud of you. Proud of you, Mike Morse, for that one play. 0-1. That one swing, I should say. That is in for a strike to make it 0-2. That is low for a ball. Here comes the 1-2 with 2 outs. Lefty winds and fires. It's swung on and missed. That will retire the side. We'll head to the bottom half of the second. Tampa Bay leads 3-0. Wilson, Gutierrez, and Johnson. Double Mariners coming up. As the Rays lineup will flip over. Jack Wilson, the shortstop, batting .283. No home runs, 3 RBIs. Does have a stolen base on the year. The righty readies and fires, gets some weak contact up to the second baseman, gets it in time over to first for an out. If you watch the highlight of the home run, it's one of those moments where the player shows all the emotion while running around the bases. Hell yeah. What was it? Mike Morse, 8th, 2014. Here we go. Hold on. Whoop. Get rid of that. He was so happy. Hell yeah. We'll look up the highlight right here. We'll go Mike Morse. Oops. Mike Morse Law Firm, Mike Morse the Comedian, Mike Morse Music, Mike Morse Baseball. 2014 NLCS. What'd you say? 8th inning? Nope, there it was. 8th inning. Home run. Nope. Home run. Let's see. Game tying homer. We are watching it. Oh, they gave me the captions. I don't really want them. Oh, God. That was an awful pitch. That was an awful pitch. Into the little well over there in left field. Solo home run. Look how happy he is. That's pumped. Hell yeah. It's against St. Louis. Okay. He has some flow going with the hair. You love it. San Francisco leads 3-1. Oh, interesting. It's on Fox Sports 1. I didn't realize Fox Sports 1 existed for that long. I'll be honest. All the way back in 10 years. Okay. This dude is thrilled. He's so happy. Hell yeah. We are in the bottom of the second now. 2 outs, a runner on first. We're watching this Mike Morse home run. Here it goes. Arms up. You love it. His arms are all the way up, all the way to first base. Oh, hell yeah. A little jump fist pump. That rocks. Glowed, Teen, and Przinski coming up. There's our guy. We got Ross Glowed and... Oh, it's what's his name? Something Ross Glowed. It's like you can combine it because his last name was Ross. That is hit well out to right field. Doesn't look like it's going to have quite enough. Backs up a couple steps onto the warning track and makes the catch. That's very cool. Oh man, look how thrilled he is there. He might be happier in the dugout. Cool. Well, shout out to Giants legend Mike Morse. Ole Miss is taking the lead with a backup head coach. That's not good for my bracket. 27-24 with 10:27 left in the fourth. There's your live reaction to a highlight from 12 years ago. 11 years ago. And thanks, Walkoff, for sharing that. That's in. It's a ball. One gone here. Gets the strike on the inside part of the plate. That'll make it 1-1 with one out. That is a strike on the outside. Say don't give in now. Well, I was this close to giving in, but thanks to you, I won't. Here comes the two-strike pitch. It is hit up the first base line. It's the fake mound out there. Rolls foul. 1-2 with one gone. Atlanta down by 3. That's foul the other way up the third base side. FS replaced all the old speed channels August 17th, 2013. Oh, okay. Okay. I forgot speed channel was a thing. That is hit out to left field. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the third for Atlanta. Down to their final out. Phil Koch, he's retired 7 straight. Atlanta had the leadoff hit. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. AJ Przinsky, the last chance for the Braves to keep this game going. The Atlanta Braves, like I was mentioning, had the hit to lead off the game, and then it was a double play, and it's been nothing but misery since for them. Yeah, one hit, double play, and then I forget exactly what else, but yeah, they got off to a good start and then crumbled immediately. 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup here. That is a strike. Most likely on the location. Looked like it got that high inside corner to the left-handed hitter. And it's 1-1. That's true. David is showing us why he is the head of research. Thank you for looking that up. Or just knowing it off the top of your head. Either way, thank you. 2-1. That is not a strike? We've seen some funky calls down at the bottom of the zone, and that might have been the funkiest one yet on that 2-1 pitch. It looked like it got the knee to me, but that's going to be a ball on the outside. Whoa. This zone has been weird. That one was a ball. That was a ball. That was a ball. That's where the camera really goofs us. So, Koch will not face the minimum. He was in line to do that. That's upstairs for a strike. Or gets the top of the zone, I should say, for a strike. That's on the outside for a ball. One and one. Lefty winds and fires. Big swing and a miss. That one looked like it had some good ride through the zone. Probably wasn't going to be strike 2, but looked good and then seemed like it just didn't drop where that batter thought it was going to drop. Braves down to their final strike. That one is low. That looked low. And looked like it was called correctly. 2-2 now. Cope looking for one more good pitch here to set this Atlanta Braves team down for the third and final time today. Lefty doesn't get the call on the inside. Probably was a ball. So, couple of maybe a little cutesy on the pitch selection. Doesn't have the accuracy for it, and it's 3-2. So here comes a payoff pitch from the left-hander. They will put the runner in motion as it's fouled away. We'll see another payoff pitch. That is foul again. Stays alive. Payoff pitch number 3 upcoming. Pitcher cannot get this batter out. Winds and fires. It's inside. So, that'll bring the tying run to the plate. So, let's see what he can do here. Cope looking for just one more pitch. That will do it. One pitch, one swing. Out number 3. That'll retire the side. I got a little nervous that the game was going to send us into extras for a team that maybe didn't deserve it. Tampa Bay gets a 3-run home run in the top, or the bottom of the first, and Atlanta picks up a little bit. They get the leadoff hit and then just nothing after that until couple gone here in the third. Phil Koch is going to be your player of the game. 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. He gets the win to improve to 5-3. Aaron Cook falls to 1-6. Worth with his 5th home run of the season, the 3-run blast in the bottom of the first. So we had that funky game where the Giants put up 2 in the top of the third, and then neither team could really break through until like the 5th or the 6th. We had probably our best extra innings game not too long ago. So, that is game number 3. Do we need to catch up on anything? No. We will slide down to the Angels taking on the Phillies. So the Braves take a loss. The Marlins get a loss. And the Phillies have an excellent opportunity here to push themselves a little further away in that NL East. An NL East that they have led and dominated throughout this entire season. The lead's gotten a little shorter. They have a chance to push it back out. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. Stolen bases, Oakland and New York down there with 4. That's about where I would be. That's usually where I am. Dead last. I think we had our most steals last season. It was not much. The Angels are 22-22. The Philadelphia Phillies are 28-16. As we welcome you on into Citizens Bank Park for our 4th and final game of the evening. Cameron Maybin is the center fielder. He'll be leading off for the Angels. Casey McGee at third base. Adrian Gonzalez at first. Jim Tomei is the designated hitter. Ryan Ludwig in left. John Buck at the catching position. Ben Zobrist in right field. Felipe Lopez at shortstop. Ryan Roberts at second. Oops, that's not what I wanted to look at. I guess maybe it is. Carlos Silva, 3-2 with a 3.91 ERA. 8 games, 23 innings, 19, 6, and 12 hits, walks, and strikeouts. Oh, old miss up by 10. There's your Philadelphia Phillies defensive lineup. Cameron Maybin, averaging .266, 3 home runs, 7 RBI. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying your game. First pitch is outside for a ball, and we are underway here in Philadelphia. The Wheel decided that we would watch 3 straight games of NL East teams, so you're welcome for that. That is in for a strike. Low outside corner. I think it makes it, what, 1-1? That is outside. Oh, yeah, I saw that too. Darn. Don't. Astros. Hey, just be bad for a while, huh? That is swung on and belted. Does it have enough? It does. It's a leadoff home run for the Angels, and they said that's enough for us. And we're done. I was hoping he would go somewhere cool that's not Houston, Seattle, San Francisco. I don't know. Somewhere not in the division. But it'll be cool to watch him, I guess. Who did you have him going to? Or were there rumors as far as he was concerned? I don't know about that pitch. He gets the strike call upstairs. Sounds like I'm talking to the big man upstairs. Righty winds and fires. Fouled away. Here comes the 0-2. And it's inside for a ball. So the Angels get off to a good start. They get the leadoff home run. And a good take there from the batter, who maybe doesn't have such a good take, but it does roll foul. So that's a good break for them. His contract, it has an opt-out every year. Maybe that's why. There is an out to right field. And a nice bounce back for the pitcher. That's why he chose... hopes for one good year, opt out to get a better contract. Yeah, I did like that for the contract for the... he went to the White Sox. I kind of just like that in general. Like, here's a 3-year, and opt out every year is fine. Bet on yourself. If not, you have a little bit of a backup plan. I had him going to the Giants or Padres. He said he wanted to beat the Dodgers. We're better to do that than the NL West. Okay, so that was... okay, that's what I thought he had said, but I was worried that I thought I was confusing it with somebody else. I couldn't remember if it was him or if it was... I couldn't have been... You don't say that to go to the White Sox. Let's process of elimination, Sean. You know what sounds great? Beat the Dodgers. I'm going to the White Sox. All right, man. Murakami was also a weird one. Yeah. Good for the White Sox, though, I guess. They were able to trick somebody into going to their team. But he seems like he's genuinely excited that he donated to the food pantry over there, helping out. Good for him. I guess it's more of just a show of who he is as a person, less so the White Sox. I do agree with you, though, that if you want to go beat the Dodgers, go to a team in the National League West where you get to face them a bunch, hopefully, if the starts line up. That's where it gets like a little bit weird as far as like the pitching stuff. Just imagine missing the Dodgers or the Padres every single series all year long. I'm going to beat the Dodgers, and then he hasn't faced them. It's nice to go to the show, because if you get a, say, MVP award in a contract year, you can also ask for more money. Yeah. I don't think I've ever gotten that far in Road to the Show. I start it every year. I go, this is going to be the year, and then I don't. It's not the year. Three and 0, 2 gone. A runner on first. Los Angeles leads 1-0 here. That is a strike. Nice location. Gets that low inside corner. Makes it 3-2. White Sox and Pirates. Owners are trying to avoid getting sued. Oh, good. Like the A's owner. It's the only reason the A's signed. Yeah. That is hit out towards right field. The crowd says, aw, but it's actually going to stay up in the air long enough to make the catch. So it's 1-0 Los Angeles following the leadoff home run. We'll introduce you to Phillies team here in just a moment. That sucks. Just pay. Just, pay. You have money. God bless it. Shin-Soo Choo leading off from the right field position. Romero Pena. How did I screw up that? I do that one. Yeah. Pena is the shortstop. Justin Morneau is at first. Johnny Gomez. Gomez? In left, Jorge Posada, the catching position. Andres Torres in center. Ronnie Belliard at second. Casey Kochman, the designated hitter. Brandon Inge at third base. Starting pitcher is Kevin Slowey. 3-5 of the 4.05 ERA. 8 games, 20 innings, 26 hits, 5 walks, 9 strikeouts. Not great. 31-9, not great. 9-5's not even that great either. So there's the Los Angeles Angels defensive lineup. I forgot about the Severino thing. All I ever heard was like Severino just hates being there. But I mean, I guess if you're getting, what was it, like 69 million or something like that? And is hit out towards left field. The fielder has a good eye on it, and he is ready to make the catch. It's out number 1. Ramiro Pena stepping up with 1 away here in the first. Here comes the righty's pitch. It is hit into right field. So it'll get the Phillies going here. A 1-out single. Looks like Georgia responded immediately. So 34-31 with 6 minutes left. Justin Morneau batting .333. I really don't need to leave a page up dedicated to A-Rod, but all right. You don't have to undo that. It's fine. There's a strike on the inside. Oh, and they force Ole Miss into a 4th and 5. Here comes the 0-1. I thought about it. Our third appeal. He's safe. Does not go. So far, they were 2 for 2 on calling strikes on the appeal down to the base umpire. That's the first one time he really takes his time. That's a big old looping curveball that misses low for a ball. That 2-1 is smacked out towards the left. He'll make the catch, and that is out number 2. So the left fielder's making the outs, or Philadelphia's getting a hit. That's the recipe at this point. Hey, good for Utah. They're only down 5. They were down 16-0. They're outscoring them 11-4 in the second. There you go. Good job. That is hit well out to right. I don't think it's going to be enough. No, it's not even going to get to the warning track. That is out number 3. They went left field, right field, left field, right field. Just the first one to the right field wasn't out. It was a hit. Buck, Zobrist, and Lopez coming up for the Angels, who lead by 1. Here comes the pitch. It is swung on and missed for a strike, 0-1. That's inside. Make it 1-1. That gets the top of the zone for a strike. That's rolled over. Fires over to first in time. This time they're able to get the leadoff batter out instead of letting him go deep to left. Ben Zobrist is averaging .260 with 15 RBIs, 4 home runs, and a stolen base. That's in for a strike. That is low for a ball. One and one. Hit out towards right center field. Does the right fielder have it? He does. Nice grab out there near the fenced off out of town scoreboard. Shin-Soo Choo making a good play. 2 gone. Felipe Lopez now coming up. .340 average, 1 home run, 7 RBI, and 2 stolen bases. That's inside for a strike. Might be the funky camera angle, but it looked like it might have been a little inside, but whatever. That one is a ball. It's a something. It's a strike. 0-2, Sean. Come on. And I missed it here. Oh, I have it literally synced up perfectly. Pardon me. That was a swinging strike, so I really missed out on that one. That pitch was way inside for ball 1. Makes it 1-2. That, thought about it, looked like it might have gotten that outside edge, but umpire doesn't see it that way. That's fine. 2-2 with 2 outs. Nice bounce back inning here so far for the Phillies pitcher. Maybe you shouldn't have. Maybe you shouldn't, Sean. What's one common theme in this game? This game doesn't do double plays very well. You keep jinxing everyone. Those are the 2 common themes here. Fills up the count after getting ahead 0-2. Does get the strike 3 call on the inside. Posada, Torres, and Belliard are coming up. Phillies just 1 hit. Posada with a .371 average. He has 16 RBI with 5 home runs. No stolen bases. See if he can get the Phillies off to a good start here in the home half. Ooh, if he could just a smidge better on the timing, pull that up the right field, or the first base foul line. Maybe a good way to get on, but we'll do it again as it's foul. And, we couldn't get it past the third baseman. Third base makes a nice play there. At the hot corner, it's 1 up, 1 down. Marlins and the Braves must be kicking themselves a little bit here, seeing that the Phillies are down 1. Though I'd argue the Marlins had a bit of a better opportunity against the Yankees than the Braves did against the Rays. The Rays jumped out to that big lead. That pitch misses low for a ball, 1 and out. The righty winds and fires. It's in for a strike. That is low for a ball. Fouled away. Foul. That makes it 2 and 2 with 1 out. Here comes the pitch from the right-handed pitcher. Swung on and missed. Jammed him on the inside. Got a bit of a defensive swing there, and that will be out number 2. The righty winds and fires. That's going to be hit out towards right field. Center fielder is actually going to come over and make the play in the gap, and just like that, we are heading to the top of the third. It's 1-0 Angels. Roberts, Maben, and McGee coming up. Maben with the leadoff home run. That is the difference in the game. Ryan Roberts, who's happy to be here. 245 average, 2 RBI. Righty fires it in over the plate for a strike. Oh and 1. That is hit to the right, first baseman, excuse me. Hits the first base side. Nice play at the corner. Cameron Maben's 1 for 1 with a solo home run. Righty likes what the catcher has selected. Winds and fires the pitch and gets it past Maben. It'll be 0-1. Swung on and missed. Ooh, Georgia converted a 4th and 10. Would be was that a 52-yard field goal from the 35 of Mississippi State or Ole Miss? It's crunch time. 1:59, so they must be at the 2-minute timeout. That's your in-studio report. Here comes the 1-1. This stream is a time machine. We're using a PlayStation 2 game, but we're also keeping track of current sporting events. Back in 2011, it's 2-1. Pitcher, tries to get a sneaky little... it looked like he wanted that pitch to slide or dip just at the top of the zone. Doesn't quite get there. It's a dangerous pitch because if he misses and leaves it hanging, it could be out again for Maben, who's already 1 for 1. He fouls that one away. So the count is full. And that's going to... Wow, okay. So Maben looking good today. 1 for 1 with a home run and a walk. You'd like that from your leadoff hitter. Casey McGee is 0 for 1. Averaging a 329. Or 329 average. That is low for a ball. That's rolled over and foul up the first base line. That is out to the center fielder. He'll make the play. That'll be out number 2, and the runner will retreat to first. Torres makes the easy play, and it'll bring up Adrian Gonzalez. 1 for 1 with a single. Maben, the other player, with a hit. He worked a walk in this inning. See if Gonzalez can help get an insurance run. They're going to put the runner in motion. He will be safe at second. So, little insurance now in scoring position. That'll be hit well out towards right field. The right fielder cannot get to it. It's going to bounce off the out-of-town scoreboard, scoring easily on a 2-out RBI double. I mean, it's Maben and Gonzalez here. They're both 2 for 2. Otherwise, nobody on the Angels has done anything. So that would make Cameron Maben your front runner for player of the game. I would have to. He's 1 for 1. A home run, a walk. He scored twice. That's player of the game material right there. The Angels get a little insurance here in the top of the third to make it 2-0. As he gets the strike call to make it 0-1. That stays just outside for a ball. That is hit up the first base line. It's going to stay fair all the way out to the near the 330 marker. It'll be another 2-out RBI double. The throw in pretty good. Just a little off the bag. So Ryan Ledwick will step in. It's back-to-back run-scoring doubles for the Los Angeles Angels. Now up 3-0. And both those with 2 outs. That is foul up the third baseline. Here comes the 0-1. It's on the outside for a strike. Oh, and 2. 2 gone. That is low for a ball. Here comes the 1-2. It's fouled away. That's outside. That is fouled away. That is blocked nicely. Don't want to give him an extra 90 feet. This pitcher is having a hell of a time trying to get out number 3. They are going to go out to talk to him. It's another full count. He's ready. It is indeed a full count. Just needs one more strike. He's not going to get it on that pitch. That is inside for a ball. Oh my God. Oh boy, buddy, you gotta find the zone there somewhere, huh? Seems upset, throwing things around over there. Oh, they're gonna go to the bullpen. I'll bring in Jeremy Affeldt. 6 games, 1-1 with with one save. Oops, Sean, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop hitting buttons. 1-1 with one save, a 1.80 ERA. Is that 10 innings pitched? 2 and 5 walks and strikeouts. Gets the swing and miss there as there are 2 on here. Angels lead by 3. 2 insurance runs here in the top of the third of extended lead out. 2 outs. That pitcher just could not get out number 3. Here comes the throw from the lefty. It's low for a ball. I think you can give up 1 run, the bloop and blast. 3 feels like kind of a lot. But hey, you never know with this game. Goodness gracious. He left that pitch in such a bad spot, and lucky that it was just a hit out to right field. My goodness. Kochman, and Chu coming up. Philadelphia only has 1 hit. They're going to need to do a whole lot more than that here in the bottom of the third if they want a chance to tie or win this game. 3-0 Angels as we head to the home half. I like how delayed the arrow is. When it pops the thing back on, it still says top third, and it goes, oh shoot, bottom third. That is low for a ball. Rifle up the first baseline, foul, 1 and 2. I don't know why I thought there were 2 balls, but whatever. That is hit to the first base, or to the second baseman. Oh boy. I don't think my brain can afford this game going extras. If I'm being honest, we're falling apart over here. It's rolled over to the second baseman. It's out number 1. It'll be up to Brandon Inge. Keep things going here. Here's the pitch, and it is hit out into left field. He'll field it on 1 hop and throw it in to limit it to a single. On the first pitch, he doubles the Philadelphia Phillies hit total. Shin-Soo Choo. Made a couple nice plays out in right field. Now he needs to do it from the left-hand side of the dish. 0 for 1 today. As he'll look to keep this game, keep this game going in a positive way. Oh boy, oh boy. That is okay. That's going to be a strike. That's outside for a ball. Here comes the 1-1, and that is hit into the gap out in between the third baseman and the shortstop. It'll get out to left field, and that'll put 2 on. The Phillies bringing the tying run to the plate. Shin-Soo Choo does indeed do it from the right fielder does do it from the left-hand side of the plate. Ramiro Pena will come to the dish. That one's fouled away. Oh, 0-1. That's rolled over. Oh, is this going to be a double play? They'll get one. The throw to first is late. So they miss the opportunity for the double play to end the game. Now the question becomes, does this game punish the defense for not being able to come up with 2 outs at a time? Justin Morneau, he's your tying run. Steps up with 2 away. Morneau takes a ball low. Nice take. 1-0. That is fouled away. And that's inside for a ball. That's a nice strike on the inside. Here comes the 2-2. It is going to be rolled over, foul up the first base line. So he'll stay alive and see another pitch. That is way inside. Nice job blocking it somehow. Safe at third. God, that would have been a horrible way to end the game. We've seen it a couple of times where it seems like that ball is a little more inside, off the leg, than the game when it cuts. I don't think you're going to do a whole lot. That's a bad way to end the game. A broken bat pop up to the catcher. Worst case, I think the worst thing that's going to happen in that scenario is it's going to just advance the runner from first to second. I mean, it's still a pretty nice block to keep it in front of them to make sure that no one advances anywhere. But all in all, it doesn't matter because they get the broken bat pop-up to end it. 3-0 Angels. They pick up 2 key runs in the top half of the third. The Phillies are the 3rd straight NL East team to lose. The Marlins, the Braves, and now the Phillies. Kevin Slowey is your player of the game. I don't know if I agree with that. 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 strikeout. Kevin Slowey improves to 4-5. Carlos Silva falls to 3-3. Maben's 4th home run of the season. I thought Maben would be a good candidate. I thought he was a shoo-in. He was 1 for 1 with a home run. He worked a walk, scored 2 of the 3 runs, and then even beyond that, Adrian Gonzalez was 2 for 2 and knocked in a run. And between those 2 guys, they had 3 of the 4 hits. But they gave it to the pitcher. All right, that will do it. Let's catch up on a couple of scores here. I guess actually what I can do is sim to date. Oh, God, Mariners lose. They've lost 4 in a row. Yikes. Okay. Not good for the Mariners. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Let's see. The Guardians. Hey, Guardians-Cubs. That's a future World Series. 1-0 goes to the Guardians. They are like the worst-ranked team in the game, and they are 26-18. It's wild. We watched the 3-0 Angels over Phillies game. The Rangers beat the Mets 1-0. So that's 4 straight NL East teams. And who's the last NL East team? Nationals. Oh, the Nationals are the lone NL East team to win. They won 1-0 over the Blue Jays. Astros, beat the Twins 3-1. Royals over the Cardinals 3-1. Rockies over the Diamondbacks 3-1. So that series now evened up at 1 game apiece. The Diamondbacks could use some wins in that to catch up to the Rockies, who are the number 1 team in the NL West. Dodgers over the Athletics 3-1. That's good news for the Mariners. Tigers over the Padres 2-0. Mariners fall to the Brewers. Hey, 2 Seattle teams The Seattle Pilots beat the Seattle Mariners 2-0. So the Angels pick up a game, 23-22. The Mariners are 24-20. Yikes. Okay. Well, maybe we'll see the two former Seattle teams tomorrow. We'll have to figure out what games those are, and you'll have to stay tuned to find out what those games that are broadcast are. What in the hell am I talking about? Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Happy New Year. Apparently I'm still recovering from last year. I will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time with 4 more games of action. We might have a stream tomorrow morning or afternoon, or I might just post a video. We'll see what happens, what I'm feeling. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell if you'd like to be notified when I post new videos. Give the video a thumbs up. Free and easy way to support the channel, and I really appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Good night, good sports. Go baseball. Save complete. Goodbye, everybody.